So I did put up a few videos. Now this one here,
Now, is this going to be a joke concerning this killing sheep?
You noticed.
How was your lamb?
Skewered on sympathizers.
Even accountants have imagination. How was your lamb?
Skewered on sympathizers.
How was your lamb?
Skewered on sympathizers.
the sheep, lamb, sheep, are skewered. One sympathizes. Why in the world, when you're talking about your meal, would you say one is sympathetic? No, it's because as 007, the seventh king, the Antichrist, he's killing sheep. All right. Next up was that was a re-upload, by the way. So it's like Trump.
So I
Trump,
just
Trump.
began two movies. So then this movie, Empire, on. Well, we know that good luck equals 88 in gematria, in simple gematria, just like Trump does. And we know that his name is Donald John Trump. So she literally said back and forth. And so this.
Good luck, John.
Good luck, John.
Good luck, John. In other words, Trump 88, because good luck is 88 in gematria. And so was Trump. So when she did the good luck, John, that's what that was. And then there was another movie I just started watching. This was two different movies.
So then this movie, Empire Records, came on.
I just watched the beginning of that.
That's the other one I started. So he's entering Atlantic City, and it's Trump Plaza,
Caesars,
Trump
Plaza,
Trump a Caesar.
So it said, let's just go over it one more time.
That's the other one I started. So he's entering Atlantic City.
It had Caesar, like Trump is supposed to be like a Caesar. You do have the Texaco, the star. Then you got after Caesar, Trump Plaza.
And it's Trump Plaza.
Now you got Caesar again.
Caesar, of course. Trump a Caesar, Caesar a Trump. You know, that's kind of what he is. He's
and Caesar, then Trump Plaza again. So Caesar, Trump Plaza, Caesar, Trump Plaza, back to back. Really driving that home for us, aren't they? Then you got an Abe Lincoln right eye.
So a Minority Report.
So I went ahead and loaded Gettysburg Address.
They get your right eye wound, your deadly wound to the right eye, with a Abe Lincoln reference.
7 years ago. 7 years ago. 7 years ago.
All right, right eye. These people are nuts, aren't they? They're nuts. All right, so I don't think we had any comments. I did a video early this morning. It's now 12 noon, 12:30. So, by the way, the 809 was sandwiched in between a pair of 201s for August 9th on some math I was running. August 9th is 144 days left in the year. Yeah, I don't know why that. I thought I already did those. I don't know why they weren't highlighted. I was going through photos, kind of doing a photo dump, and I noticed Michael's text, and we had gone over this. The 121 gigawatts, and remember, May Day is 121st day of the year. 121 gigawatts, August 10th, 22 is on there. Along with, you got 811, Dark Knight, Damian Thorne, Sharon Tate. I don't know, just very interesting on that end. Now, April 26th was my right eye injury, number 2, when I slammed into the gate and literally put a scar on my right eye that cut my eyebrow. Do y'all remember that? I had the right eye wound right over my right eyebrow. I never logged that date. I never progressed it. We weren't doing progressions then. Back on October 26th. Or if so, I just didn't think it was important, I guess. I don't know. But I remember in May we were into the progressions by May. That full moon around the 16th and all that. So we might have been doing progressions then, but I did not load this, but it lands on August 15th. That's when it progresses. September 21st and October 28th. If you notice, these are backwards ciphers, backwards through the transfer portal. So December 4th would be another one, I reckon. Yeah. Okay. It's loaded. I am thankful that photos do give you a date, or I wouldn't have even have had that. We've already done the grid. So there's no reason to do the grid. Another thing about Batman and Robin, I guess I should throw at y'all, is when you think about Batman and Robin, when you look at the name Robin, R-O-B-Y-N. That's a girl spelling for Robin. It's 18 15 2 25 14. Well, what do you got right here? That is the spelling of Eve. That was Michael. All right. So I should have asked him if he wanted to come on. Other times I've asked him, he said no, so but I should have asked him. But yeah, it's Eve. The Eve, you got 181. So if you break down the 1, then the 5, then the 2, then the 25. So in other words, break it down even more. 525 is Eve. Well, you have to break them. I'm not going to do this. This is dumb. So we go 5, 22, 5. You do see there's a 5, a 22, and a 5 there, right? So that is E, E, V, E. So you got Batman and Robin. You've got Adam West. Remember, Black Adam movie just came out. The Antichrist is an Adam, a form of their version of the upside down Adam, just like their Antichrist is the upside down Christ. And Jesus was a form of Adam created by God. And we've read that Bible verse to you before. And so Batman and Robin is Adam and Eve. And think about the movie Birdman. And I was telling you Birdman. Well, the Birdman is also the Batman because the bird is Robin. Robin's Eve, Adam, Eve, Adam West, the first Batman. Remember, east of Eden in the Garden of Eden. So they go west. Adam West, Birdman, Eve. It's just very simply put, the Robin spelled with a Y. And I know very well a Robin spelled with a Y. Anyway, Fascinating. All right. Let's keep going. So CPAC convention kicks off in Dallas ahead of Trump keynote speech Saturday night. So is RSBN going to do anything on that? I don't know if I'll be awake that long. I got to straighten my keyboard out. RSBN. CPAC live. So it is going to be broadcast tonight. They're already on now.
So she should have had 2 votes in her own pre.
Oh, mystery Babylonian. That's all I can tell you. If you're on that stage, by proxy, it is automatic that you are all about the Mother Goddess, Queen of Heaven, Queen of the Universe. 4,288 watching. It just flipped to 42.99. So I guess it's going to keep flipping. There's 43.13. All right. So I'm going to click like so I can pick up on that later. All right. Anyway, we are back. So the CPAC tonight. Let me see. What time is Trump scheduled to speak at CPAC Dallas? Hold on a sec. All right, so it says 6:30 p.m. Now they're on Central, if I'm not mistaken. And live coverage RSBN 8:30 a.m. on Saturday, August 6, 2022. Trump speech is at 6:30 p.m. today. Doesn't say whether it's Eastern or not. We live at CPAC Dallas. So just hard to say. Hard to say. 5:30 our time, 6:30 our time. I'm Eastern, by the way. So Jamie's time is an hour behind me in Louisiana and Texas and so forth. Grave moment, DOJ. Talks with Trump lawyers. Mark a grave moment for ex-president. Mark a grave. DOJ, Department of Justice talks with Trump lawyers. Mark a grave moment for the ex-president. So they're telling you to get ready and make his grave, you know. Michael's doing the Killing Moon right now, which was the big song, and it does land on August 25th, August 28th, August 25th, I think, August 28th, and October 9th, which is that October full moon. Remember, we did the video yesterday on how gigantic October 7th popped out to us. And that would be on the 3rd day, he would rise on that killing moon, because it's the moon he rises through after he's killed. Death, rise. Dark night, rises. They were 2 days apart. 7/18 and 7/20, both on leap years. We've seen this before. There's more Ron DeSantis. It's so funny, man, the way they do all this. These guys are nuts, aren't they? I'll put it in my hand signal. Ron DeSantis, who I guess he was a Yale guy, right? It was a Yale or Harvard guy. So, you know, he's clubbed up, chosen very early when they figured out his gematria, I'm sure, matched Trump in all 4 ciphers. A Kabbalah type cipher, reverse ordinal, full reduction, and English ordinal. Ron DeSantis matches Donald Trump in all of them. So, yeah, that's pretty fascinating. Good find, Michael. Seriously. Taiwan top official leading missile production found dead in hotel room, report says. Which, you know, that's not true. China rehearsing sinking U.S. aircraft carriers with hypersonic missiles in Taiwan war games. WW3 fears loom. I just talked about it on the phone too. Pentagon chief calls to China Go unanswered amid Taiwan crisis from Politico. White House summons Chinese ambassador as crisis escalates. Nuclear weapons. White House summons. Look at that. There's a missile going off. White House summons Chinese ambassador. These people are crazy, man. Nuclear weapons, a loaded gun, UN chief warns in Hiroshima. China cuts dialogue with US on military and climate issues and sanctions Pelosi over Taiwan trip. Daily Mail Online. And here's our killing moon. So he's starting this for us. He hasn't sent us all of it yet, but there's your 9th of October in all 4 ciphers. The killing moon matches 9th of October in 4 ciphers. 9th of October will be the full Hunter's moon, complete gematria to follow. So he's in that right now when he called me. So that's pretty cool. Thank you, Michael. And the last one, Trump testimony expected soon in New York civil investigation. The article from 8-4 states testimony will be in the coming days. So I'd assume next week. If it's 8-9, look out. That day popped today. And when it popped, it made me ask the question, when is he going to be in New York? Because 8-9 is Taco Tuesday. It does hit directly on Loose Change and American Coup release. Top Gun Maverick also. And Christian Bale's birthday, Caddyshack. It's a mad world. It's the last day, by the way, this 8-9 is the last day of 3-2-2 progression from the Doug Williams game on 11/20, 1989. That game was the game that was on TV during Donnie Darko. It was not an actual game in October of 1988. It was actually the following year and the following month. So it was 13 months later. Well, on August 9th, that is the last day of your 3-2-2 progressions. Now, if we were to find an actual number, let's numerize that date. Okay, so we were correct. The math works out. It's a 1951, 11951. That hits on our 10th. That's a big day for us. That's day 222. That would have him rising on the 12th, which is the midpoint day of 4 different eclipses. It would have him going down on a Wednesday. Especially, so is he going to be in New York on Tuesday or Wednesday? If it's Tuesday, does he last in the hospital before fake dying on Wednesday and then rise on the 12th? So I need to make sure that's all ciphered up. It is. The Doug Williams game is on the next day. It's right there. But it was 3-2-3 progression. So I thought to go ahead and give you the last day of the 3-2-2. Michael said 3-2-2. He literally said to me today, he goes, 3-2-2 is the absolute key number when it comes to Trump assassination. I'm like, it sits in the heart of Trump and I's combined number. I mean, remember, I'm Adam, right? 76, 7 times 6 times 1961. 8 is a triangular number of 36. 36 is a triangular number of 666. So it's an 8. Just make that 2 a TO. 8 to 36 to 666. My number is a very key number. So you got 82362, and Trump's number is 163464. 63 was my second wife when I was her 88. And then 64 would be a third wife number, as if, right? Like I tell you all the time, not even dating. Nobody would date me right now. The stuff I put on Facebook, I mean, you want to talk about an albatross hanging around my neck. I mean, this is the stuff I do. What is the Antichrist will be selling when he essentially, that video I've already shown y'all. Symbolism in New York City, the sun god symbolism, election predestination, anyway. But just, yeah, I don't celebrate Christmas, birthdays. I'm telling you, that's just, I can tie a lot of pork chops around my neck and it's not going to create love interest. Let me just tell you. So, hey, Lord's got me on a path, nose to the grindstone. Thank the Lord for y'all and Michael, that's for sure. But Trump and I's combined number, when you multiply both our numbers together, you get the 322 right smack in the middle with 4 on each side. Now, my Mayday friend turned that many days old on March 11th. 33 days later, I turned that many days old. And then 33 days after that was the total lunar eclipse. It's just it's pretty fascinating stuff. And yeah. So let's finish out with Michael. Trump testimony expected in New York soon. I think we already clicked it. No, we did not. And in the coming days, so like Michael said, next week, y'all, I'm going to go back to that scene in The Dark Knight when he got shot at. He didn't really die in the movie. It was close. Well, and he's not going to die in real life. But Christian Bale's character playing, the billionaire from Gotham, Bruce Wayne, got shot at by rifles in New York City in the movie The Dark Knight. And when he was supposed to be in New York, I was freaking out, remember? Well, I'm going to be back to freak out mode if it's Tuesday, Wednesday. And it should be. Now, what if it's Friday, which is the 12th, the midpoint day? Really, it just comes down to what day is the book of Revelation going to be opened on? When he rises and gets his fake crown given to him at rising, or is it his death? Because it said Jesus' death crowned with the glory. But was Jesus' actual crowning when he rose? You know what I'm saying? So if we were to do the math, 13463 times, you do get an 8. Well, you get 988 right there. Now, again, we've gone over that. That's the new suicide hotline 3-digit code. So when she turned 13, well, the first 5 digits in Trump and I's combined number, and then the next 5 digits in Trump and I's combined number, 33 days apart this year from my Mayday friend and myself. When you multiply those two together, you get 988. So is the 98 going to occur on Monday, August 8th? I don't know. And then there's an 8 left over. So let's times it by an 8. You get the 98 again. There's no more dates there other than September 5th. If we go to the grid and look at September 5th, that is a Taco Tuesday. It is 7/11/2010 total solar eclipse. Better look out. Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers, premiere on 12/5/02. Shooter, Dinty Moore can. Dinty Moore came to Trump or Donald Trump, I can't remember, but it came to him in Gematria, and he was practicing on the Dinty Moore can when he was doing his target practice. Back to the Future, released on 7/3. That's when Sirius the Dog Star, that's Dog Days of Summer beginning, 7/3/1985. A Partial Lunar, 2001. Dark Knight Rises released. No Time to Die release. Quantum Leap episode called It's a Wonderful Leap. Nothing in my personal for September 5th. Doesn't need to be. That September 5th is something to look out for. Wow. And when you do that math, that seems to be very prominent. With Trump and I's combined number with that 322 that sits in the middle. Now, there's another way to multiply this stuff out. You can do what's on each end of the 322, which would be 1346 times 1968. Let's see if we get a date in there. There's your 89 pops up, which again, it's huge. He's going to be in New York City maybe on that day. And then you multiply it by the 322. You do get the 816, which has come up in some of Michael's gematria. Okay. It's all just, it's hit and miss. I don't have a girlfriend, so this is all I do. On 8/16, I have a lot of enemies out there. This may be the last time you see me for a while. 8/16, Taco Tuesday, Calm Before the Storm, Gettysburg Address, which is when we just saw that right eye in Minority Report. Literally in Minority Report, she put the right through the right eye, saying 7 years ago. That hits on the 16th. So does Bruce Buffer saying it's time, his birthday. That's his famous, what he yells at every UFC fight. So there's no sense on me increasing that. I don't even know why I'm doing that. If you want to fix something. I mean, if you want to increase font, you got to go to the main page. The one that has the links. Yeah. Oh, okay. That's why I got two things in there. Yeah, so this August 16th is absolutely, that's big. It's also Day of the Dead release date. And Day of the Dead is right in the middle of IPEC GOAT. And also March 11th when the WHO declared a global pandemic. So 16th is going to be big. I mean, his trip to New York might be moved to the, we need to just keep tracking that. What was that last thing that I just said? Yeah, if he gets hit on the 16th and then dies on the 17th, that's when Ken Miles died. That takes us back to all of that. The World in 2020 Economist cover that has Trump exit. That's just I just absolutely am riveted about that day. Absolutely, positively. Yeah, I wanted to show you the when you get Day of the Dead, that is right smack in the middle. It's 727 in length. You're looking at the 727, right? Well, what's half? It's 343.5. It's smack dab in the middle. And when you slow this thing down, the exact middle is Day of the Dead. And so there it is, 343 right there. 343 right there. Still 343 right there, Day of the Dead. Still 343. Still 343. Still 343. Now it's at 344. Remember, it was 343.5. And when it flips over to 343.45, it's gone. So it's right in the exact middle is Day of the Dead. So when you get that cipher that says Day of the Dead release date USA, that is big. Now there's another Day of the Dead. It had 2 different release dates. That hits on August 27th, which if you include both dates takes us to that August 26th Friday, which is kind of big for us. It also Day of the Dead movie release date on September 3rd will be a hit. And then the August 16th one. So the August 16th one is tremendous because of him getting hit on the 16th and dying on the 17th. But it could be that old hospitalized scenario, we couldn't save him type deal. Anyway, let me check email one more time, make sure Michael hasn't said anything, and we'll call it. And we'll call it a day. Michael, thank you. And love you guys.